Good evening, everyone. Myself Manas Kumar, and this is my last week task regarding building a real-time machine learning feature engineering pipeline with Kafka and Apache Flink. Um, Main domain is domain engineering. Yeah, this project was created to solve a critical problem like computing features in real-time streaming data. The main overview of the task is building a real-time streaming pipeline using Apache Kafka for event bus and feature store, and using Apache Flink for stream processing. And the main requirements are this is the architecture and guides that I have given with. And coming to the repository, this is my repo consisting of all the files. Let me open this in VS Code. Mainly, this is the Docker Compose file. Which orchestrate 8 main services like Zookeeper, Kafka, Flink Job Manager, Flink Task Manager, Producer, etc. Uh, we need to start the entire pipeline, which defines the health checks, networking, port mapping, and volume mounts, etc. And coming to the main file, this is the overall main file. This main file holds the Flask HTTP server that generates events and exposes the status like endpoint. It manages the event generation loop up to generally up to 10 events per second and provides health check for Docker Compose. Can be queried for system status. It runs event generation in background thread while serving HTTP. And the next one is uh, event generator. It simulates realistic user behavior with multiple archetypes. The main archetypes are generally Bling Watcher, user archetypes, and Bling Watcher, event generator, etc., and which long watches sessions and high event density. This is the overall event generator pipe file, and later Kafka produces a pipe file. Uh, This is a Kafka client wrapper with it does retry logic and connection poolings. It is needed for handling network failure gracefully and reconnecting automatically and batching the messages for efficiency. All other codes does not need to know any Kafka internals, etc. In normal database and analogy like SQL Archimedes for databases, Kafka is an abstraction for this procedure and for this producer. This is the another main file which consists of user feature aggregations and initializations, content feature aggregations, and watermark strategy. Uh, Next, this is the app.py file. It streamlets web interfaces for real-time feature monitoring and looks up for the user ID or content ID. It looks up for user ID or content ID, and obviously it takes all the features updated within the 100 ms of range, and it checks the health metrics and freshness timestamps. Without this, features would just sit in Kafka and no one would see them. And this is the kafka.consumer.py file. Uh, Background threads that consumes feature updates from Kafka will be done, and it keeps feature cache fresh in memory, and dashboard querying does not block off Kafka needs and handles all the reconnections if Kafka restarts. The main impact it shows is queries should be less than 10 ms instead of staying at 100 ms, etc. Next, this is the batch feature analysis. Uh, what it does is it generally whole deals with the offline computation of same features using pandas and compares batch streaming versus streaming results where shows they match within 1 to 2% acceptable variance or not. If batch does not equals to the streaming, it throws an error like bug in Flink mode, etc. Next, this is the schema.file schema, uh, which is an pedantic model for validation. It consists of user events, content metadata, and feature values, etc. Validates all the data at entry or exit points. Wrong data type were rejected immediately. And this is the docker file dot producer file. It uh, containerizer producer runs anywhere, like in any OS like Windows, Mac, Linux, or cloud. And this is the docker file dot flink job, uh, which is needed for containerizing or event submitting. Flink jobs runs isolated without conflicting with other services. And this is the docker dot dashboard. We need this for dashboard running isolation and or service link or Kafka restarting, etc. And this is the final output. Mainly I have shut down all the previously running Docker Compose files and started building Docker, and all the tasks, nearly 35 tasks have been finished building. And it also shows the running tasks. That's it for this task. Thank you.